Now why? Like why, bro? Hey, bro. There's always some shit that always just happens like that. I don't know why it does that, but I wasn't supposed to start the video for like another 10 minutes. I was getting ready to get up and it just hits the button. I guess we're starting early. Just hits the button. If you're just tuning in, this is Solar Vision, where we talk about esoteric knowledge. Also, we give um, channel messages, downloads here of a very strange kind. I'm your host. I'm Young Solar Flame. This is Solar Vision. Ectomorphic energy detected. Someone can shapeshift as a defense mechanism. the channel, the channel message and the channel energy here, also came from the movie Power Rangers here. Definitely talking about the morphing grid here. There has been a lot, increased detection of astral invaders that shapeshift in your dreams here to try to fool you here. Through them passing through your dream state here, they have passed through your energetic portal here, and one of your gifts is to mimic other supernatural abilities here. Or I'm picking up on someone that has the ability to copy supernatural gifts, and this is definitely a chosen one. This is definitely a divine one. It's strange here because usually our side would not have that type of ability here, but it's because of someone's amalgamation of their DNA here. I don't really need any cards here, but I'm picking up on the amalgamation of your DNA here because they keep invading your energy here. You're taking traits of their gifts here. It's being copied. It's being copied, and it's like being 3D printed into your DNA here. So like if you have had a dream to where you were trying to escape here, you were in danger, and you shapeshifted into another person, this is definitely this gift awakening in you here. I'm hearing from this. I'm hearing this is like a defense mechanism. You know how like a chameleon changes its skin whenever it's in danger or whenever it feels like it has to blend in because it's in danger. It's a defense mechanism, and this is what I'm picking up on. Yeah, yeah. Power Rangers was definitely a movie that kind of connects with this here because you know, as whenever they first found the morphing badges, they first found the spaceship. If you're looking at the new Saban version of Power Rangers here, they definitely were talking about them not being ready to be Power Rangers because they could not yet morph. And I feel as though as you are activating this ability to shapeshift here, it has something to do with the morphing grid here, how you can rearrange your atoms here, how you can displace. You know what was funny was 2 nights ago, as I was going to bed, I clicked on watching um, a movie called Prometheus, and when I clicked on the movie Prometheus, the movie Lucy came on, and I'm like, hold on, wait. I clicked on the movie Prometheus here, and then next thing you know, Lucy comes on. So it was showing me a correlation between, you know, the creators, or should I say, like, you know, the ones or the fallen or the Nephilim type of technology here, when you know they hit the planet, and you know they gave men weapons, they gave them how to craft metals, they gave them magic here, they gave you know, they gave women the ability to paint their face here, do makeup, and do all kinds of different sorceries and conjuring. When that movie Prometheus came on, which is talking about origins here, creations, DNA, and then power, Lucy came on. Next thing you know, I'm like, well, Lucy's activating her brain. So it's talking about with the emergence of you activating different parts of your brain that have been dormant or previously unaccessed to you here. it's like you're unlocking different parts of your genes here and controlling them individually here. It's like you're controlling all of your atoms, which usually are in synergistic harmony, are being independently programmed to do something different here. So it's like you're activating different powers at the same time. It's like you're as your brain comes online here, you break this human form or this frail human existence here. And this is what I'm picking up. Also, you morphing into different forms in your 5D is showing you having a greater control over your conscious slash subconscious mind here. This is what I'm picking up on. Yeah, I thought it, yeah, I caught it live. How are you today? Feeling blessed, Virgo child 2, Autumn, Your Highness, 8th degree. Yeah, we definitely in the building. I was sitting there because I scheduled the live at 12:21. It is now 12:15, and I was getting up to go get me some water and sit there and meditate before the live. But I guess I accidentally hit the live button, so I kind of went live a little early. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go live with it. Yet I don't have any cards in my hand because this is not what this is pretty much is about. So yeah, the correlation between Lucy activating her brain cells here. You're coming into this super sapient consciousness here. Uh, yeah, Lucy, Power Rangers here, talking about you're absorbing or you're activating your ectomorphic grid here. You're changing into something else. Also, the correlation when I hit Prometheus, Lucy came on. So it was like you're going from the origins to the genesis here to like a more advanced form, because if you notice, Lucy ended up shedding her body here. She materialized and she became omnipresence, or she went back into nature. So she became the rain, the trees, the sky, and all of that. It's talking about you shedding your physical vessel here and essentially activating your Merkaba and going back into Stardust, or going back into the Godhead, or uh, going back into God's bosom here. And this is crazy, just the correlation that I'm picking up between this here. And so someone has illegally been invading your astral realm here. This would be Four of Swords, Page of Wands energy here. Someone's illegally activating, jumping into your subconscious mind state in your 5D, and while their energy signature or their spirit form passes through your energetic field, it imprints their spiritual DNA, mimicking their spiritual gifts here, or being copied here. They're being duplicated here, and this is how you're absorbing here. The people that try to use certain different magics and different gifts, you're duplicating, you're mimicking, and this is why they fear you, because it's like you keep changing, you keep evolving into a different form here. Every time someone feels that they have your DNA down pat, they have your mannerisms down pat, your swag down pat, your information's down pat, you become a new here. You're being renditioned into another form here, and this is what is happening. I know, I'm sorry if I'm not reading the comments. When I channel, my eyes are like closed, so this is what I'm picking up on. Yeah, so as they pass through your energetic membrane, your spirit's ability to copy or mimic. We going into X-Men because X symbolifies unknown, or the X chromosome, XY chromosome. X-Men, the cartoon, is definitely talking about us as chosen ones, as star seeds here. And if you remember, what's her name? Rogue. She could take she would have gloves on her hand, right? Rogue would keep her hands covered. She had super strength. She had the ability to fly, but her actual mutant ability was copying other mutants' powers. If you were not a mutant, when she would touch you, she would drain your life force here. She had the ability to absorb power here. So every mutant Rogue would come into contact with, she would temporarily here, I think it would be for an hour, she would mimic or she would copy their power. And that's what I'm picking up on here. You're in this rogue energy here, this X-Men, this Starseed energy here, where you're activating different powers because you're coming into contact with different magical abilities here that people keep trying to use on you. And as a defense mechanism of your magnetic field or sphere, you're not temporarily copying powers. You're permanently mimicking and mastering spiritual abilities that were not previously of your own. You know, if you have really been realizing people are, I told y'all, we clairvoyant and clairsentient, claircognizant, all those clair abilities were the first level. Second level abilities, it's you moving matter here. As I'm sitting there and I'm pushing and pulling the little thing that you open the blinds with, it's moving from side to side. It's because the time that we are in here, you're having the ability to manipulate the atoms around things, matter itself, molecular structure, because nothing is solid here. This is controlling, being a telekinetic master here, bending the vibration of the molecules itself here. And this is you accessing another state of consciousness here. You be aerokinesis probably would be the easiest here to manipulate, or we call it telekinesis here, but telekinesis is bending things with your mind, and then it goes into, you know, bending the air itself, and then it goes into bending the fire, and then it goes into bending the water, and then this goes in pretty much into Avatar, you know what I'm saying, the bending of the elements. But this is what you already are. We have already been talking about being an avatar, or being an avatar for the divine here, but it's coming with access over, you know, the five elements. And I did say five elements: earth, water, wind, fire, and the spirit. Yeah. You're on the money. I communicated priestesses on Pleiades yesterday as a test of my psychic abilities. I was the one commenting on your video last night, the form in the form. Yeah, definitely, family. I responded to everyone that commented. I talked to just about everyone. I welcome you and I embrace you on this channel. If you are just finding me on your journey here, that means you're on a certain part of your path here. For those who've been following me for some time, I've been talking about a lot of things here. Then we've been talking about a current spiritual war here that had been going on for months and months and months, and now that we're ascending from this timeline, we're starting to get back to the original content of what this channel was all about here. We're doing psychic channeling, whatever we pick up here, whether it's in another country or in another dimension here. We before they even broke the scandal about the island with the Epstein guy and all of that stuff, we talked about how there was a captive. We did a psychic channeling island where children were being captured. People were being held like they were in the 1800s, the 1900s, but they had technology. But you know that movie, that Jordan Peele, I think Jordan Peele, the creator of Us, he had made this movie where these people were stuck on a plantation and they would see airplanes and all of that stuff like that, but they thought they were back in the past, but they were just kidnapped and put on this plantation, which was on behind a real plantation, and they kept those people working as slaves here, but they had them people under such heavy mind control they actually believed they were back in time here. This correlates with that psychic channeling that I did here, where all those kids and all those slaves and different things here for the rich and wealthy, where they still were back in times, in like medieval times, but it was really in the future. It was just a real slave prison mind control island where the kids and the adults and everything were kept in this medieval mind setting and time. But under the island there was a controlled epicenter with nothing but technology and keeping these people enslaved. You know, that movie came out to show you that it was really happening, and that there are small forms, FARMs, that are being facilitated with humans, and they're being kept like animals, being experimented, being killed. There's so many islands like that that are being blacklisted here, and are being kept hidden. People are being held against their will, and I don't want to get too far off the channel message here. So how that channel message definitely connects, you know, people, when you are becoming very aware of who you are and you're activating your gifts and you're ascending, your DNA is morphing and changing. You know, a lot of people will attempt to harvest you, drain you of your energy, bind you, and all of those things. All those different attempts by all those different kinds of magics have been being duplicated here by your energy. So you're just becoming very much so impervious to what's going on. yeah, that's why I haven't been doing too many lives in a day, because my lives, the way the energy and the readings have been changing here, I don't really have to read all day. I can say a bunch of things here. It's going to resonate, and then I can take the rest of the day off here. I appreciate everyone that started following me yesterday. After my occult reading about the Vatican giving certain families magical amnesty and protection, all of these downloads really connect. I had like about 4 downloads, but I only chose to give one yesterday, and we got about 3 more readings like this here. When I'm gonna give them is whenever Spirit tells me that I should here. But because we're always experiencing different forms of magical interference here, I take breaks in between it here, because we have to definitely fight off the enemies who are trying to silence the energy. But we took over the algorithm yesterday here, because usually they only let my videos circulate for about 20-30 minutes. The video has been pretty much in premiere for the last 18 hours, which I'm very grateful for, and everyone leaving real life comments and real life likes here, showing that we are the Divine Collective and we will not surrender, we will not be beat, we will not be conquered. You know, it's just a beautiful thing that the Divine Collective is coming together, and we're aiding in helping where we can here, because not everyone's in a financial position to help, or a physical position to help, but lending your spirit and lending your good energies and your good spirits and your good wishes are purely enough, because all of this is ran off of mind power. So if you send your truly good energy and pure energy and intent, things will happen according to it from a good place. Use it for our greater good at this point. They've been trying to beat us, stress us, silence us, kill us, put us into poverty. But the thing is, every link must connect, and this is how a chain is formed here. This is definitely about soul tribe. This is definitely about networking. This is about the season of you stepping into your true self here, becoming who you are supposed to be. Because they would want us to give up, they would want to break us, they would want to bend us, but they only are making us stronger here. And this is why I say, you know, it's strength in numbers here, it's mind over matter here. As like I said, we are evolving at this time. And as I was talking about here, the bending of the elements, as you seen in Avatar, as you see, as Lucy activated from 20 to 30%, she could change her image. Lucy's very significant, because when she got to 30 or 40%, she can grow her nails, she could change the color of her hair, she can grow her hair to whatever length, and she can shapeshift. So you activating your brain to 30-40%, this is an actual ability. This is something, if you've seen Morgan Freeman in it, you know the Freemasons had something to do with it. They're trying to tell you something. They're trying to wake you up to who you are, to your potential here. But they're not going to come out and say, hey, this is you. I need you to become an X-Men. I need you to become a metahuman. I need you to become Lucy here, because that's short for Lucifer here. But someone wants you to become enlightened, or the bearer of this wisdom here, which that's why they call it light. But you know what I'm saying? The trueness in the foundation of what they're trying to portray is straight wisdom. It has nothing to do with them being pure or anything. But you know, pure white light would seem to be good. Everything that looks good ain't really good for you. Like they say, everything that glitters ain't gold. But yeah, that's why Lucy's name is Lucy anyway. Or they was trying to say it was about Darwinism, which would be another contradiction to the whole thing, because Lucy are the first female ape that was found about 8 million years ago, or 8 billion. It's like they math don't even make sense, because they say the Earth is only like um 10 billion years or something like that. It's like every couple years they change the number. Like they have to keep lying to cover up another lie. The shape of the Earth has been changing since the days of Isaac Newton, Galileo, and all those days like that. You know what I'm saying? They've been having to create these lies to keep up this falseness, this deception, and basically it's just to kind of really throw you off from who you are. They keep putting out these sources of movies here back to back to back. They give you the Simpsons. And it's so crazy that the Simpsons sounds like symptoms. You know, they trying to tell you that they already have this shit scripted, and when we react to it here, it only shows that we have been duped, and it's like everything is on a time schedule. But this is how you break yourself out of this, by activating your true self. Because once you break out of this form, once you break out of this cage here, this is once you liberate yourself from the game here. Once you realize that you have a control on everything, which is your reality that you see around you, but we're all cosmically connected because we're all co-creators of this reality here. This is what they get scared for every day. They don't want us to become conscious of who we are. The best way to improve your situation in your life is to stop worrying about everything else and focus on yourself. And when I say yourself, I'm talking about your spirit, man, your soul here. Once you start facilitating the growth of your soul, everything in your third dimensional renditioning will change immediately. It will start to shape and form everything which you are focusing on. If you start to focus on yourself, your body will naturally start to heal itself. If you start to focus on your learning, your education, your brain will start to naturally unlock parts of your memory from the 14, 15 million years of DNA that you already have stored here. The memory of your ancestors are already in your brain, are already in your mind. So what was learned back then does not have to be relearned again. It's like a computer here. Once you know it goes to sleep mode, you just press a button and it goes back to where it was before here. You were just in sleep mode. It does not have to be reprogrammed. It simply has to be unlocked. Yeah. So this is what this is, and we're talking about, like, if you see that I haven't picked up any cards or anything like that, because why I'm saying this, for the most of us that are on this vibration here, we're getting away from the divination tools. We're becoming extensions here. You really don't need that like you're thinking. Once you tap in, you're in. You understand? People say it's levels to these things, but it's really just a overstanding here. Once you realize where you are in oneself, you're going to unlock the door here. You know what I'm saying? Once you just completely surrender to the evolution itself here. And when I'm saying the evolution, I'm talking about the change here, the focusing on your wisdom. You're focusing on your intellect. When you're focused on the growth of the mission, and you're focused on the mission yourself, your spirit will unlock the rest of your brain's potential. And this is what this is here. Your brain will unlock itself here once you're focused on the right thing, and the right thing is you. Focusing on your own growth, your own desires, and these things like this is going to wake up these subsidiaries and these faculties and these facilities in your brain that you never knew that you had. You didn't really know how much brain power you have until these dormant parts of your mind starts to come online here. First, the thing is going to happen is your body is going to start to heal itself. It's going to get your organs and your muscles into perfect vibrating density, so that way you can vibrate at the frequency to actually receive the awakening of these parts of your mind. And then next thing you know, all the trauma and all those emotions, you know, you start violently throwing up, you start dry heaving, you start getting rid of the mucus, your body starts to excrete everything that is going to hinder your spiritual growth or your spiritual activation. And then you go through the testing here of you go through each of your chakras here. You start out in the fear base here, overcoming your fears. Then you get into the creative part of yourself, into your sacral. Then you move up to your solar plexus and realize that you have the courage, the determination, the capability, you know what I'm saying, the will. And then you go into your heart chakra and realize that, you know, you don't want to hold no grudges anymore with anyone in your life here. You don't want to stagnate yourself no longer by feeling resentment towards things that don't really bother you in your mind, and you really learn how to forgive. Then you get into your throat chakra, and then you start to get into your life's purpose. You start expressing how you feel. You start expressing the whole renditioning and the way that you have been moving, and all the things that you have learned on the way, how they made you feel, and That's when you start learning yourself here. That's when you start to tap into yourself deeper. Then you go into your third eye, and then you realize that you already were everything, and there was nothing that had to be learned. It was only had to be discovered, rediscovered here. You know, the third eye is about rediscovery here and realizing um, already there and you were already connected. All problems here were brought on by your own consciousness so that way it could grow here, because you can't grow without adversity here. You know what I'm saying? Without some pushback here, you can't experience true the ability to learn and overcoming things. And then you get into your crown chakra and realize that you're everything, and then there's more here. There's infinite wisdom that you can tap into. You don't need your sources, your tools, and everything, because you have become the tool. You have always been the tool here. You just realize that you had to utilize your own wisdom here. You had to utilize your own DNA here. You had to become one with everything. And that's by realizing that you're not better than everything, but you're the same as everything. Yeah, man. When I go sit down in my car sometimes, and you know, all I hear is and it be so goddamn loud that I be having to go back into places where there's noise, because all there is the connection of the ethers here, and it just makes this whirling noise all day, all day, all night, all day, all night, all day, all night. Your pine cone is buzzing here. For people here, if you're not hearing the ringing here, just drink more pomegranate tea. You'll be fine. In about 30 days after you drinking that pomegranate tea, I promise you, you'll be hearing the ringing too. Most of the people that's in here are already psychic or clairvoyant or have some stage of the clair abilities um, already, because you've already made it to that point. You know, and the people that are already past that level here and already in second and third dimensional levels here, those are mostly the people that y'all would say are crazy, because the things that they see and they hear and are constantly being aware of that are happening simultaneously in these parallel dimensions here, in these territories here that have been um, right under our nose the whole time here. It's triggering, it's very sensitive, and those are the people they be like, well, man, those downloads that those people, that shit can't be real over there because this shit's too crazy. No, it's just outside of your spectrum of awareness currently at the time. And so, you know, you can't really judge another person's download, or they saying that they're hearing this or they're seeing this or they're witnessing this. This is just because they're on another spectrum or a frequency that has yet to be tapped in or reached by oneself. Mm-hmm. Nothing can stop us. We're all the way up. We're past the ringing ear point. Yeah, definitely. Been ringing since a child. Your Highness number 8. She's laughing. Definitely. Um, so we got past the ectomorphic detection of the energy. What else was Spirit going to say here? It's just a lot of clone energy. It's just a lot of replication of your energy signature. A lot of people are trying to replicate your energy signature, your ability, or trying to figure out how to access or gain access to certain abilities that you have right now. You know, in the spiritual community, you know, we all on different levels. We're all at different points. But the biggest thing is not about where we are on a particular level. How are you using this particular activation or this particular development of spiritual gifts to actually aid the collectives is the only thing that we are worried about. It's not about who is tapped in the most, or if you're on this level, or, you know, it's too much unspoken competition here. Or are you helping the collective? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about us. We forget sometimes as light workers that, you know, even though we're in a human flesh too here, we're subject to, you know, the feelings of the flesh. Envy, jealousy are a very strong thing to have. And we got to remember that it's really about the collective. It's really about the people that are not able to be in this energy and that need to be taught here. They need to be instructed. They need to learn here and need to put the silly, foolish, competitive, and competition type energy. You know, that's just natural humans. But as advanced super sapiens, we should be doing better here. We should not be bickering. We should not be looking from the high horse type energy like, oh yeah, I'm better than you, or I've been doing this, or I can do this too. This is not what this is about. It's not a pissing contest. Remember, divine masculine, divine feminines, it's not a pissing contest. We're trying to help these people evolve. Don't forget why we came here. Don't forget why we came here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit the like button, family, because you know we trying to get these messages across, and we trying to get these points overstood here, because we got to clean up our spiritual community here. It's time. It's time to start holding ourselves accountable here. Is we projecting or is we protecting? You understand? Is we projecting or is we protecting? We got to start cleaning up. There's a lot of people that we giving messages and stuff, but have you truly done your shadow work? Have you truly been at peace with oneself here? We got to make sure our own life is cleaned up before we try to help someone else. And this is what I be saying all the time. You got to definitely go through that healing, because a lot of people have not went through their healing, but they're trying to give message from a unhealed place, and that wound is still festering. So it puts some type of bias, or it adds some unwanted commentary or feedback that should not be tainting a certain type of message that we're trying to get a point across. We should not have any biasness in it. You know what I'm saying? It should be balanced. It should be the justice card here. It should be neutral, Six of Pentacles. Because remember, this knowledge and helping people to grow it's a gift, and we're not trying to taint our messages with our own personal vendettas, selfish desires, or our own dislikes here, because it's all also for the soul to grow. It's not for us to gloat and brag and boast. Oh yeah, I'm chosen, so I'm better than you because you're regular. You're just a human, and I'm an angel. It's not about that, because when the original light worker, when the Most High, when Lord Jesus Christ was doing his thing, he was the Most High God in the flesh. So you got to realize he was doing his thing, and he did it perfectly without hating and going through these different emotions that we have to go through. He conquered and still mastered it. So if he can do it, you can do it as well. It's just, how bad do you want to live by example and not live by your tainted version of what we think that we're better than. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's about helping these people. It's not about us competing, or it's about smirking and watching each other's content and be like, oh, they ain't channeling nothing. They ain't really channeling no new information or this and that. You know how readers will look at other readers' content and stuff like that. And it's not about that, because it's when you come with that energy, it's easily to be picked up on. It's easy to be picked up on and noticed here. And like I said, we're doing this for the people. We're not doing this to be in competition with each other here. And that's why I say a lot of people have lost sight of what we're doing as light workers. For some people, it was always about glory and fame here, which is a convoluted. Fame should be a byproduct of success. It should not be it should not be the ultimate goal. We're saying that, we're supposed to be healing and helping here, not in any type of competition here, or I'm better than you type of energy. So that's the second time I've said that. So definitely reiterating that here. You know what I'm saying? We need to get our acts as light workers all the way around the board. We need to get our acts together and remember that we're doing this for the people. Once we gonna come in alignment, it's gonna be easier to reach more masses here. There's gonna be easier to sustain more people, because it's a true vibration here, and it's not I'm projecting loving light, but really I'm hating and I'm salty underneath. You understand what I'm saying? Let's put that in the past. Let's leave that in 2023 and go into 24 the right way. Let's completely do the healing. Let's completely do the shadow work so that way we can all help one another the way it was designed here, because the devil has infiltrated the spiritual collective. And if we don't call it out, you know what I'm saying, these things won't never go say it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. She says, I have been shapeshifting my whole life. That's awesome. Do you have reptilian DNA by any chance? Raising the vibrational frequency. I see people by spirit. I don't see them by flesh anymore. Of course. Can y'all guys hear me? Making sure y'all guys can hear me, because it seems like the chat stops moving. Yeah, so definitely going into the elements here. Spirit is definitely want us to up our chlorophyll diet here, so that way we can start exercising. Make you guys some side wheels. If you don't know what a side wheel is, just YouTube it, Google it, make you a side wheel, get you a bowl, get you a needle, get you some aluminum foil. Start working on your ability to push and pull matter. That's the first thing Spirit is telling us to practice on, our telekinesis, the ability to move matter. Excuse me, let me go clear my throat. Yeah. Lemon water. This is lemon water. And I put the seeds in it and everything. Woo! There go that pimp juice. Yeah, but telekinesis here, practicing pushing, pulling the elements. Start with something small. After you get pretty proficient at moving objects that have a little more weight to them, and that might be a little free floating, like, you know, the thing that is on the blinds. See, it's moving. That's what I'm talking about, and it's moving. It's about learning how to control the atoms, the molecules, and rearranging these type of elements here. And it's like, once you get comfortable with that here, you'll start to realize how fast your manifestation speed comes. Like, when you ask for something or you pray for something, you're going to notice that it's going to come to you really quick. Because if you can push and pull physical atoms and molecules, it's nothing for you to direct the energies that control magnetism or manifestation here, which is you becoming a magnet to everything that is around you, everything that you desire here. You'll notice that your desire rate of manifestation will increase rapidly. And then it goes on to the ability to control other things here. But this is when, you know, you want to really draw the line here. You don't want to be controlling any other person or human here. You don't want to be doing those things here. But saying that, you know, your brain is advanced here to being able to tap into someone else here. This is not about controlling anyone's will, because that is of a dark nature. But this is the escalation of these abilities and gifts here. When you're gifted with great powers here, you gotta have a responsibility here, not to abuse your authority here, because it's easy for the spiritual realm, i.e. the divine, to strip you of certain gifts. Because if you get too arrogant and boastful in certain things, the divine will see that it's corrupting your nature. This is why the first lesson was living in the spirit and not living in the ego, because the ego will corrupt the spirit and ultimately compromise the duration of both here, the spirit and the ego. Because if the ego is already corrupt, it corrupts the spirit, and the spirit is residing within the flesh. And I'm saying, and the flesh is already corrupt, then you don't have nothing. The spirit has to be light as a feather for you to access these abilities here. You have to make sure that you are completely purged here of all negative emotion, you're of all envy, of all worry here. You just, you know, gave it to God here. You just give it to the universe and allow things to flow in here. But if there are any obstructions within within your natural energy vertices here, what Spirit says you're going to need to be purging. This was the last 4 or 5 years. This was what this was all about here: purging your body, purging your life, purging your these toxins, purging these toxic relationships, these toxic behavior, purging these hidden enemies, purging the things that they have done to your body, purging the things that they have poisoned your mind with here, poisoned your spirit here. It's been about purging for the last couple years. I would want to say for the last 7 years here. It's been a reset and a purge. Purge, 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 purge. Reset, activation. Awesome. I can move and stop certain objects. 111. Hey Danielle. That's awesome. You're a healer, a shaman, and you come from royal bloodlines. Curse breakers. Awesome, awesome. Definitely wonderful to have you, soul family. Melissa Duane, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Divine mother equals life. Awesome, family. Definitely on point. What else we got in here? Anybody else in here? Welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, I'm Young Solar Flame. This is Solar Vision, and we're definitely talking about ectomorphic energy, the technique. Someone has the ability to shape shift as a defense mechanism. Where we talk about esoteric knowledge, we also give downloads. Sometimes we give messages with cards. Sometimes we don't give messages with cards. This is just where we're at with it here. Spirit is definitely fluid, supernaturally fluid at this time. There are a lot of supernatural things occurring here, and if you have been following for some time here, you've been watching the transformation and the progresses. We definitely been going through a lot of different energies, a lot of different channels, and we just feel really good about where the energy is right now here. I definitely feel like this is the shedding of the character, the shedding of the old here. Something is suddenly going to become new in this time here. It's just going to be one day in the middle of the week here. Everybody is different, so it's going to be a different day here. It's going to be one day in the middle of the week. There's going to be a significant change to your consciousness. There's going to be a significant change to your energy. Your body is the biggest gift right now. Your vessel is being tuned and honed to be the perfect medium, the perfect channel here. If you are a healer here, you're going to realize when you put your hands on someone, it's going to take their pain away here. You're absorbing their negative vibration, you're transmutating it, and people are going to be freaked out about this here. You're different, you're not the same here. You don't think the same, you don't speak the same, you don't look the same, you don't act the same. You're just different. Hey, what's up, Sherry? Long time no see. Virgo child, 2, shaman, healer, influence, called out demons from multiple people. That's wonderful, Sherry. Definitely doing your good works. Awesome, awesome. Virgo child 2. Awesome. This is a wonderful to meet you other guys. You wonderful divine feminines who are also healers, shamans, and definitely tapping into their true divine potential. Definitely the soul family, the soul tribe here. No matter what color you are here, no matter what blood type you are, it just matters the mission, your dedication, and you knowing who you are. That's all that matters, and it's a beautiful thing. And I'm definitely excited to have you, divine feminines, divine masculines of the divine right, and I'm very honored to meet you guys, and blessed to experience a platform where we can all converse and we can all resonate on that same vibration. This loving vibration, this healing vibration is the only thing that matters. If we ain't talking about that, then we ain't talking about nothing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm usually listening in the background. We family. Awesome, Sherry Smith. Awesome, Sherry Smith. Leave me a like in the comment to let me know that you still alive in this thing every once in a while. I be wanting y'all to comment because I just be wanting to know the status of the soul family. I hate to see when we lose different soul members, soul tribe members. Hope everyone's definitely in the best state. Everyone's wonderful, enjoying their life here, enjoying the messages, and we just in an overall happy mood, because us as light workers and collective, we're always just happy. But if you've been going through the spiritual warfare, someone's been trying to test your patience, but They see that you are still holding true to the faith. You're still having the passion. You still have the zeal. You still having the confidence. You still having the courage. And you know the enemies don't like that at this time. They don't like that at all. Whew. Definitely, definitely, family. Don't leave me wondering like that. Let me know you still there. I like to hear from all my family, you know. I don't care if we 20,000 people. I want to hear all 20,000 people. I want to hear all 22,000 people. How many ever, it don't matter if, you know, you ain't even doing nothing. It don't matter if you ain't working. You ain't been doing nothing exciting. Make sure you leave me a comment. I want to hear from the soul family. It's not about what you doing or where you at in life. Is about what are you doing it for? Are you having good intentions? Have you given up? Are you still on the mission? You know? It's about family. You see the tree of life here. It's all about family. Soul vessel, you know what I'm saying? Because we are definitely meant to inspire each other. We are definitely meant to directly affect each other. Come in agreement with each other. Definitely aid each other where we see each other are lacking here. It's about picking each other up, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it ain't about giving each other anything, just the word here, giving each other the acknowledgement, encouragement. That's, you know, all Spirit is talking about at this time here. Networking with the soul tribe here. Networking is all I keep hearing here. You know what I'm saying? You know, speaking good things into existence, counteracting all of these curses that people are trying to mutter here over your life here, speaking good here, manifesting good intentions here. You know what I'm saying? Raising the vibration. Yeah, here it's about making connections here, because it's like all of us we're on this, you know, unique soul mission, this soul vibe here. And you know, people that are in the spiritual community, it seems like we're always so far apart from each other. But God spread us out because He wants us to affect our territory, our direct dominion, wherever we're at here. He wants us to awaken people in those areas, push the love, push the real love, you know, push that real caring spirit here, that real healing spirit here. And this is what this is. But once we find each other as soul tribe here, we need to connect here. We need to make sure that we're talking, exchanging words here, that we're networking, and then we're becoming one accord here. Because when we get on one accord here, the ability to manifest supernatural miracles here are astounding here. Instead of everybody sitting there competing or be like, oh, I'm having more fans and more followers here. Let's help each other instead of competing with each other, because this is how we take the power back from the spirit of competition here, the spirit of separation, the spirit of division here. It's not always a competition. Oh, my ears are ringing. This is how we break the spirit of division. Fuck. But they didn't want me to say that, though. Yeah, it's definitely about meditating here and harmonizing with your fellow light workers here. Now is the time where we are to start getting closer here. If you know another light worker here, exchange their phone number. If you meet them in the comment section, exchange emails. Get to know a person here. Y'all don't even have to meet up in real life, but it's a connection that needs to be made here. Because once we start connecting here and we start to exchange communication, this increases the grid here, the consciousness grid between all the light workers here, or what some people would call this crystal grid energy here. It's going to strengthen the grid here once the different minds of the light workers are connected here. Once they're starting to form relationships, we start to be able to exchange one another's gifts and to activate the rest of the gifts that have not been activated, and ones that have gifts that are still dormant. There are certain priestesses, high priestesses, healers, and chosen ones that can touch another chosen one in such a way here that will activate dormant gifts or ancient memory or certain DNA that has become dormant. Some people have the specific spiritual gift to activate other people's gifts. That's their specific function. Like for a lot of y'all, Maji, if you're seeing this, you activated a lot of light workers' gifts along the way here. Some people just have a calling here to activate a lot of people here. Some have callings here to instruct and teach other people here. We all have different callings within our own perspective and respective gifts here. So, shout out to those light workers that are doing their works every day and continue to give their messages. Don't give up here. You're definitely being warranted by the universe, and the universe has definitely got you in the right place at the right time. You know, it's all about healing. You gotta remember, it's not about us, family. It's about actually the collective here. So go into 2024 loving your spiritual neighbor, your YouTube neighbor here. Support them. Let bygones be bygones. If there was anything that was resentment, let it go. If you find yourself being jealous or envious of a person, help that person. Reach out to that person and help that person with something. You'll realize that the spirit of jealousy or envy will dissolve. It will go away. If you find yourself angry that someone has surpassed you, help that person or be an aid to that person in some kind of way. And if they don't want your help, so be it. But you have killed that portal or that legal right by having envy or jealousy towards another person. And that's another thing Spirit is saying here. Go into 2024 loving your sisters and your brothers here, no matter what color they are. If they're on a spiritual journey and they're trying to help other people, love them. Don't be envious or don't be mad at them here. Support them. Continue to pick them up here, because once y'all unite here, you become a force to be reckoned with here. This is why I like to have the join my live button here, where we could do split screens here. It's time for us, because we are on the same mission here, it's time for us to be one accord and on the same pages. This is for my readers out there. This is for my channelers, my healers, Hayokas, prophets, whatever you want to call, intuitives that just give messages. Speakers, whatever. Make sure you're hitting the like button. You got to realize it's bigger than us. It's about life's purpose here, fulfilling life's purpose and bringing it into fruition. Definitely. I'll never abandon you, family. Much love, Melissa. Much love, Davinia, Sherry, Virgo Child 2. Much love, family. Make sure y'all share the post, like the post, leave a real comment in the comment section after the video is done, because we have about 7 more minutes in this. It's all about us pushing through here. We can do it here. There's no envy, there's no bitterness, there's no separation or division that can stop us from uniting here. This is a grand gathering here. This needs to happen this way. We're supposed to love each other through, thick and thin. Don't matter what we're going through in our actual everyday lives here. But knowing that we each other have support, let's kill these demons that will want to separate us by divide and conquering. Let's kill them. Because they will want us to be mad or envious or jealous with each other. And that's not what we're here for. We're here to help the regular folks, the humans. You got to keep the faith. If you feel like your message has been slowing down, your downloads been slowing down, if you feel like you haven't been as tapped in or haven't been passionate like you usually are when it comes to giving your messages or updating the collective or letting them know what's going on here, this is just an attack. This is a projection energy here. This is not your real energy. You haven't gave up. You haven't lost your faith at all here. It's only a projection that you need to reject. Just push away. You got to know this is not your energy. This is not your time. That I am I am in the middle of a reading, so if you call, just know that I'm gonna send you the voicemail, and then I'm gonna call you back shortly, family, because I seen someone was just calling for a reading. You know what I'm saying? It's about us removing these masks and getting back to our true original self. What about that light worker you were as a child, that loving and caring child that would ask a bunch of questions, care, and ask about how people's day were and made people just generally feel comfortable about themselves? That light worker you were since a child. This is that person that we need to bring back to the forefront. You as a child light worker that was originally in their mission without any bias. This is what you need to get back to here. And this is when it says a lot of childhood healing, inner healing, childhood wounds that need to be fixed. It's just talking about you going back to your innocent stage when you were of a child here. It's hard to get back to the innocence, some people say, when you have learned so much corruption from the world here. Just because you know of it, you don't have to be it. You don't have to facilitate it. You don't have to continue to produce it. Yeah. Respect, respect. Dietra Lewis. Respect. Davinia, my moderator. Thank you for always showing up and doing the damn thing, D. You know, I couldn't do it without you. Ebony, my other moderators. Soulful Creations, the wifey. Twin. If you're seeing this. Thank you, Shantae. Thank you. Much love, Soul Family. Samantha, you as well. You know what I'm saying? Cross watchers, karmics, if you're in here, if you couldn't stand me at one more point of time, I don't have nothing against you. We just trying to fix these issues within ourselves that causes us to lash out in these negative and uh, um, opposite of positive type of manners, and it causes us to be seen in this karmic energy. Karmic is just really a chance to fix or flip the polarity of the energy that you're in here. It's not the best of energy, but it's reverse energy here. You know what I'm saying? So to the karmics, the cross watchers here, if we've had any disagreements, you know what I'm saying, I still love you. You know what I'm saying? We growing, we glowing, and we all gonna go up together. And this is what it's about at this time. We're gonna put any past resentments, any past hatreds to the back. You know, I still love you, family. If you've hurt me, or if you did something behind my back to me, or did a spell on me, I ain't even mad at it. I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the bigger person. It's all good. Welcome back, family. Welcome back. Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this shit the right way. We're gonna go up. If you've been labeled as a karmic, you're gonna be a divine one today. We gonna day one of being divine is, you know, not being a hater. And I'm not drinking the haterade. You know, forgiveness of your brother and your sister, continuing to spread genuine love, and just genuinely starting from a clean slate and doing things the right way. You don't have to do that shit the wrong way. You don't have to think that if you have sold your soul that, you know, God won't take you back. God won't deliver you. God won't, you know, because God is the creator and the author of he's the author and the finisher of your faith. And it's the creator of your soul here. So thinking that you could give something or sell something that did not belong to you, that was a deception from Lucifer, because he is already doomed to the lake of fire with his angels. But you have a chance to become something greater. As long as you still have life here, you can change your life. You know what I'm saying? As long as you have a breath in your body, you can still accept Jesus Christ. You can still ask God to forgive you for your sins, and he's still gonna judge you here, but he can give you a clean slate here. We all can be forgiven through grace and mercy here, and through redemption here. We all fall short of the glory here. So this is what you gotta realize here. If you have did karmic things, or you have been in this karmic energy, today is the day. This is your period of amnesty. Christ is saying, will you come? Will you give your life to Jesus Christ here? Will you become saved here? My phone completely shut off. Like you see right now, it's not even charging. This is crazy. Like someone shut my phone down. Are you guys in here? Do I still have people in here? Live chat. Oh. Seems like I'm back.